Most people set goals with excitement, convinced that this time will be different. They make vision boards, write affirmations, and plan their future with enthusiasm. But weeks go by and nothing really changes. The same habits creep back in, the same doubts resurface, and before they know it, they're right back where they started. They wonder why they can't break through, but the answer is simple. They're trying to create a new life with the same old mindset. Every thought, emotion, and action you repeat daily reinforces a version of yourself. If you wake up feeling the same frustrations, reacting to the same triggers, and making the same choices, you're not just living your life, you're reliving your past. Your brain has been wired by years of conditioning, and unless you interrupt that pattern, it will keep running on autopilot. There it rests until you change it. You might set big goals, but if your identity, your deep-seated beliefs and emotional state doesn't shift, you'll find yourself sabotaging progress or making excuses to stay in the familiar. People love to believe they're logical and open to change, but the truth is they're emotionally addicted to who they've been. The body memorizes emotions like stress, worry, and doubt, and even though they feel uncomfortable, they're familiar. And what's familiar feels safe. So when you try to break free from the old self, your mind resists. Thoughts like, what if I fail? What if I look stupid? What if this isn't realistic? Flood in, not because they're true, but because your body is desperately trying to pull you back into what it knows. This is why so many people get stuck. They keep thinking their circumstances must change before they can feel successful, confident, or worthy. But the real shift happens when you decide to embody a new version of yourself before the results show up. That means training your mind and body to experience the emotions of your future as if it's already real. Instead of waking up feeling stuck, you wake up feeling the excitement and certainty of the person you're becoming. Instead of waiting for proof, you become the proof. If you truly want to change your life, you must be willing to let go of the identity that keeps you in the past. You can't bring the old version of yourself into a new reality. People love to believe that if they just visualize their goals hard enough, they'll magically manifest into reality. They sit down, close their eyes, and imagine their dream life, perfect health, financial success, fulfilling relationships. And for a moment, it feels amazing. But then they open their eyes, look around, and nothing has changed. Doubt creeps in, frustration builds, and before long, they convince themselves that maybe this isn't meant for them after all. They don't realize that visualization alone isn't enough, because the mind responds more to emotions than just images. If you close your eyes and picture yourself achieving your goals, but don't feel anything different in your body, you're not rewiring your brain. You're just daydreaming. The problem is most people visualize their future while still feeling the emotions of their past. They try to imagine success while still carrying frustration, stress, and unworthiness. And when the mind and body are in conflict, the body always wins. You might picture a new reality, but if deep down you still feel the same old doubts, fears, and limitations, your subconscious will continue creating experiences that match that emotional state, not the vision itself. True change happens when you align not just your thoughts, but your emotions with your desired future. The brain doesn't know the difference between a real event and one vividly imagined with elevated emotion. This is why athletes mentally rehearse winning, why top performers train their minds to feel success before it happens. The key isn't just to see the future, but to experience it internally before it manifests externally. You must practice feeling the joy, confidence, and fulfillment of your future self so deeply that your body begins to believe it's real now. But most people get stuck because they expect their external world to shift before they allow themselves to feel different. They wait for money to show up before feeling abundant. Wait for success before feeling worthy. Wait for love before feeling whole. That's backward. The reality you experience is a reflection of your internal state, not the other way around. If you can train yourself to feel gratitude, success, and certainty now, you change your energy, your actions, and ultimately your reality. You don't just visualize your future, you start living it before it happens. Most people don't realize they are trapped in a cycle where their past dictates their future. They set goals, dream of a new life, and try to move forward, yet they keep replaying the same thoughts, emotions, and behaviors that have kept them stuck for years. They wake up and immediately remember who they've been, what they've been through, the struggles they've faced, the failures they've experienced, and without even realizing it, they begin their day emotionally anchored to their past. Every memory you hold carries an emotional charge. If your past experiences are filled with frustration, disappointment, or self-doubt, your body has memorized those emotions. The problem is when you repeatedly feel the same way, your brain wires itself to expect the same reality. You might say you want change, but if you still wake up feeling like the person who has struggled, failed, or been overlooked, you will unconsciously recreate the same circumstances. That's not because you're incapable, it's because your body is addicted to a familiar emotional state, even if it's painful. People often wait for external validation before they allow themselves to feel different. They believe that when they get the job, the relationship, the success, then they will feel confident, happy, or worthy. But the truth is, unless you break free from the emotional patterns of your past, you will sabotage opportunities, resist change, or dismiss success when it comes. Why? Because the mind is wired to seek what it knows. If you've spent years feeling unworthy, abundance will feel unfamiliar. If you've lived in fear, excitement will feel unsafe. This is why people struggle to break free. They don't realize that their body is holding on to the emotions of their old self. Real transformation begins when you stop defining yourself by who you've been and start aligning with who you want to become. That means breaking the habit of being your old self every single day. It means waking up and deciding that no matter what happened yesterday, you will no longer let it control who you are today. When you train your mind and body to feel the emotions of your future before it happens, you rewire your brain, shift your energy, and open yourself to a reality beyond your past. People say they want change, but when the opportunity for transformation comes, they hesitate. They talk about their dreams, set goals, and imagine a better future, yet they keep making the same choices that lead to the same outcomes. Why? Because deep down, they're addicted to their comfort zone. Even if their current reality is unfulfilling, stressful, or frustrating, it's familiar. The brain is designed to keep you alive, not necessarily to make you successful or fulfilled. It prioritizes predictability over possibility. This is why stepping into the unknown feels uncomfortable. The moment you try to break a habit, pursue a new goal, or shift your identity, your mind floods you with resistance. Thoughts like, what if I fail? What if this isn't realistic? What if I'm not good enough? Aren't signs that you should stop. They're proof that you're stepping beyond your current programming. Most people mistake discomfort for a warning to turn back, when in reality it's a signal that growth is happening. The body has been conditioned to certain emotional states: stress, self-doubt, insecurity. And when you try to change, it craves what it knows. That's why people sabotage themselves just as things start to improve. They unconsciously find ways to create familiar struggles, even when they say they want success. If you've always been used to stress, peace might feel unfamiliar. If you've lived with self-doubt, confidence might feel unnatural. And so, without realizing it, you slip back into the same patterns, the same relationships, the same struggles, because even though they're painful, they're predictable. But here's the truth. Nothing changes until you teach your body and mind that it's safe to step into the unknown. The people who create real transformation are the ones who learn to stay present in discomfort long enough for a new reality to form. They stop running back to what's easy and instead push forward into what's possible. They train themselves to feel excitement where fear used to be, curiosity where doubt used to be, and trust where hesitation used to be. And when they do that long enough, the unfamiliar becomes familiar, and the new version of themselves becomes their new normal. Transformation isn't about waiting for the right moment. It's about making the moment right now. Most people are waiting for proof that their dreams are possible, waiting for the right circumstances, the right opportunities, the right moment. They tell themselves, once I see progress, then I'll believe it's working. Once I have the success, then I'll feel confident. Once I meet the right person, then I'll feel worthy. But that's not how reality works. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. The mistake most people make is looking to their external world for confirmation before they allow themselves to feel different internally. But the world is simply a mirror, reflecting back the energy and beliefs you carry. If you feel doubtful, you will find reasons to doubt. If you feel unworthy, you will attract situations that reinforce that belief. If you keep waiting for results before you change your mindset, you'll be waiting forever. The shift happens when you stop needing proof and start becoming the proof. Think about it. Successful people don't wait to feel confident after they achieve something. They cultivate confidence before they see results. They act as if success is inevitable, and because they embody that energy, their thoughts, decisions, and actions align with that reality. They don't wait for motivation, they generate it. They don't wait for external validation, they become the kind of person who naturally attracts the results they want. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a real experience and one vividly imagined with emotion. If you continuously rehearse success in your mind and embody the feelings of already having it, your body begins to believe it's true. Your actions start shifting, your energy changes, and suddenly what once seemed out of reach becomes your new reality. But most people never get to that point because they're stuck in the habit of waiting for signs, for certainty, for someone to tell them it's possible. If you truly want to achieve your goals, you must stop seeking external proof and start embodying the energy of success now. Instead of waiting for things to change, be the one who changes. Instead of hoping for evidence, create it through your actions, your mindset, and your daily choices. The world isn't holding you back. It's simply reflecting back who you're choosing to be. Your emotions are not just reactions to life. They are signals that shape your future. Most people don't realize that the way they feel every day is determining what they attract into their lives. They set goals, make plans, and try to stay positive. But deep down, they're still operating from frustration, doubt, or fear. They wonder why nothing changes, but the answer is simple. They are emotionally addicted to their current reality. And as long as they stay in the same emotional state, they will continue to create the same experiences. Think about it. If you wake up every morning feeling stressed about money, you're wiring your brain to expect struggle. If you constantly feel unworthy in relationships, you're reinforcing the belief that love is difficult to find. Your body memorizes these emotions like a habit, and without realizing it, you start living in alignment with the feelings you carry rather than the future you desire. You might say you want success, but if you're constantly feeling overwhelmed, your subconscious is still attached to a reality where success feels out of reach. The key is learning to regulate your emotions and align them with the life you want to create. You can't wait for success to feel confident or for love to feel worthy. You have to feel it first. Your body must experience the emotions of your future before your future arrives. This isn't just about positive thinking. It's about rewiring your nervous system so that joy, abundance, and certainty become your new baseline. When you consistently practice elevated emotions, gratitude, excitement, peace, you change your energy. And when your energy shifts, your reality follows. But most people don't do this because they've built an identity around their struggles. They don't realize that their emotions aren't just reactions to their circumstances, but the very thing keeping them stuck. They wait for life to change before they allow themselves to feel different, but that's not how transformation works. The moment you master your emotions, instead of letting them master you, you stop being controlled by old patterns and start creating from a new place. And when you do that long enough, your future no longer feels like something you're chasing. It feels inevitable.